Here, everybody say, live full. Die empty. Tonight, there are things in you that you're going to pull up. Dreams that you've been reflecting on. Dreams that you might have put aside. Dreams that many times, because of the distractions of life, we let time flow by. We look and say, where did the time go? And now, it's time to look at yourself and say, what do I want to do now with my life? What do I want to do now? How do I make my life count? How do I measure my life? What is it that can fill that emptiness in myself? I was working on a job, and I didn't like the job. They didn't like me. And at the same time, I didn't want to get fired because I had bills, I had responsibilities, had a family I had to take care of. How many can understand what I'm talking about, you know? And I was talking about it and complaining about the job, but you know what? I wasn't doing anything about it, David. And I'm reminded of a man who was coming past a porch, and these people seated out front, and they were talking, and there was a dog on the floor right in front of the guy, the owner. And the dog was moaning and groaning. Guy was curious. And he went back to the owner. He said, could you tell me, why is the dog moaning and groaning? And the owner of the dog said, because he's laying on a nail. He said, he's laying on a nail? He said, yes. He said, well, why won't he get off? He said, it's not hurting bad enough for him to get off. It's just hurting bad enough for him to moan and groan. How many of us know people who moan and groan about their job, who moan and groan about being overworked and not having enough time for themselves or for their family, who moan and groan and talk about they don't have enough money to do the things that they want to do, who moan and groan and said, I would love to travel one day, I'd love to be able to do more, to have more, to experience more, who moan and groan and say, I'd love to be able to do things for my family that I can't do, who moan and groan, but who won't get up and decide, I'm going to change this. I'm going to do something about this. I'm not going to go to my grave moaning and groaning. I'm not going to live a life complaining about my situation. I'm going to do something about it. And I say to you that you are here in this room because there's a part of you that's just like I am. When I looked at my life and said, I want something better for myself. When I looked at my life and said, I want something better for my family. I looked at my mother who was getting old and said, Mama, I'm going to take care of you. When I looked in the mirror one day and I realized my life is not where I thought it would be, and I made a decision to make a radical change. Let us say together, a radical change. See, sometimes a casual change, a little bit of change won't do it. Sometimes you need to make a radical change. How many of you know that? Raise your hands, please. You got to make a radical change. And I did. And it was risky. And it was frightening. But it was worth it. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.